I don't even know how to start. Already everyone knows. Moonbin from Astro has passed away, and when I got the news, um, like I was ready to go to sleep. So when when I'm trying to go to sleep, I need to hear noises, mm, conversation. So I always put some. Mostly it's video game let's plays, especially because uh, the people are always talking, so it helps me fall asleep. And on the homepage, the first video was the news and Moonbin has passed away, and it was just shock. And like for a minute, like I was like, what? Like it was, I didn't want to believe it. Like, why? And immediately, my phone just went to Sua, and then the family, and then the other Astro members, because you are never prepared for this. You never think it's going to happen to you, to someone that you know, to someone that you love. And it's just heartbreaking. When I started this channel was mostly for my mental health, and I wanted to start it with K-pop because it's my happy place, and it's what has helped me through a lot of things. Uh, and also, I hoped that this is never going to happen again. Having a news that an idol that you love is no longer with you, it's no longer with us. And like I always say, I've been in the K-pop since 2010, and I saw all the amazing things that happen in K-pop, but also all the bad things that happen in K-pop. Uh, Especially the passing of Junghyun, Sully, and Hara. Oh god, I don't even know how to say it. And I've always hoped it's never going to happen again, but and something like this happening again, and again it's just heartbreaking. It's so hard, even if you don't know them personally, but they still affect you. You still They still have an impact in your life. And again, it's easier that to happen in with gay adults because of all the variety shows and V lives and the interaction that they have with fans. uh, it's more easier to really love them and get attached to them. uh, and you never know what they really have, what they really is happening in their life. uh, most of the time they just have to smile on camera, uh, have that facade that they are strong, that they are happy. Because if somehow they are just a tiny bit sad, of if they not smile anytime, the public is just going to bash them, that they are not professional, that they have fights with in the group, or with, I don't know, that he didn't want to be there, and like they didn't want to be the idols. And people are just and Moonbin, like to a lot of us, he was just very sweet, very kind. Um, he was a sunshine. To me, he was always a cutie patootie, like I called him. Like, I wasn't an Astro fan since the beginning. Like, I knew about them, but at first the concept was too bright and cute for me. But the music started to uh, came to my attention, like in 2019, I think, when I started to really put attention on the boys. 2018, 19. That's and I really, really started to listen to them. And I never have. I don't want to say that I have biases in the group, because if I like a group, I like all the members. So, but when seeing dance practices, my eyes will always follow Moonbin, because he was such an amazing dancer and very charismatic, and you couldn't help noticing him. And he had such a sweet voice, uh, and he was such an amazing performer. And the best is to always remember him like this sweet boy, because he was still very young, only 25. And I think it's best to always remind them, remind him smiling. Um, like, for example, when he was on the MMTJ with JJ, when he was with like Sungwan and Eunbi and Umji, and where they was watching that the last episode from the dating show, where I have fun, when they were having fun, and like Moonbin was just there for his friends. He had basically didn't watch the show, but since his friends was watching it, was like, okay, I'm going to watch too, just for them. And seeing like everyone was going crazy on karaoke, and Moonbin was just sitting and eating. Everyone saying like he's such a mood, and I was like, oh, he's my spirit animal. Like sit there watching your friends having fun and just eat and just enjoying your friends having fun. Uh, like he was joining them, going crazy, and then sitting back and eating, or cheering with the pieces of lettuce in his hand. Um, or when he was on the, I just want to say the recent memories. When he was in the Sakura from Los Seraphim having her show on YouTube where she's trying new stuff, and Moonbin and Saha was in it, and when he was like eating the spicy noodles, and we're like, oh, it doesn't affect me, they're good, and he was eating, and then at the end just was like, oh, I shouldn't have. Seeing him from all the stages of grief, uh, just seeing him happy was such a delight, even though he was suffering. But he he brought so much joy. I really hoped that we're not going to see such a news again. So again, let's remember him as just this amazing singer, amazing dancer, a very charismatic person, a sunshine, and remember him smiling and just being an amazing human being. And and rest in peace, Moonbin. Like I really hoped we're not never going to see such a news again. And this be the fifth time this happened in so very few years. Because I know I say Jonghyun and I say Soli and I said Hara, but there was also a member from 100% group from Top Media where they also lost one of the members. That's why I say the fifth time. And I'm sure there was more, but right now I don't remember. So again, rest in peace, Moonbin. And I'm not a religious person, and I hope he is in a better place. Because and the condolence for his family and his friends and his Astro members and the Rojas. like you never know when this is going to happen. You will see them as this. It's so hard for them to show what they are really having passing through because they are so scrutinized. And I always now what I'm thinking about is his family and his Astro members, because he was with Shua and he, like, I don't remember the variety show, either the one with the managers. I don't remember with the right now, and he was with Shua and you could see it. And not only that, every time Shua was speaking of Moonbin, you see how much he loved him. And I don't have Twitter. I don't have social media. I only have YouTube. So I was watching another video about Moonbin and about the news of Moon passing away, and they were commented that there are people just making fun of the situation and being pieces of shit. And that's another moment that I'm like, thank God I've stopped social media and I'm not on Twitter anymore, because in a few weeks ago, like, I made a Twitter again. I stopped Twitter in 2017, and when I made the channel, I didn't want to do social media, because again, this is just me having fun and helping with my mental health by doing these videos with these reactions. And but I was like, okay, let's try Twitter again. Let's post silly stuff about K-pop, about, oh, today this is the video that I made, things to say about, oh, I like this part in the MV, this part in the song, uh I misheard this in the X song, and maybe sharing, oh, this is what I loved so much in whatever variety show, but I didn't have the energy to still trying to do that in Twitter, because I always remember this is so much toxicity, such a piece of shit of place, and hearing that people are just not taking seriously and making fun of someone passing away. If people have done that, they are just the biggest douche pieces of shit that they this doesn't ever deserve respect, and they're just not even humans. They're just creatures that somehow came into this world, and like they just thrive through toxicity and seeing other people suffer because they don't want to see how shitty their life is. Because they feel superior, because they want to be I don't want to be negative and say I don't believe also in karma, but I just, if there's a karma, I hope it's going to get them. And as always, K-pop is like my happy place, but in these days it looks like my happy place is crumbling. So I think I'm going to take a mini break from all the K-pop. Like I had recorded the reaction from the new Dripping Seven scenes in Villain song. I had also the reaction for Mark Golden Hour and for the Seraphim teaser. And I feel like I'm going to edit them and I'm going to post them. Like I wanted to post the dripping video yesterday, but I just couldn't. And I just decided to take a break from all the K-pop, from reacting to the MVs. I don't think I'm going to listen to K-pop for some days. I don't think I'm going to even watch anything K-pop related. Uh, Most of the time I just watch idols being funny or being chaotic to take my mind away from things a lot. As a person with anxiety, social anxiety, uh, an introvert with no friends, like I'm fine. Like not having friends, I'm fine being an introvert. But with anxiety, it's tiny bit more hard because when I see that an anxiety attack is starting, I just go to YouTube and I have in my recommendation a lot of videos from a lot of K-pop groups just being chaotic, and I just start to watch them and I relax myself. I stop overthinking. I having a laugh, and with that's how I stop most of my anxiety attacks. And again, K-pop has helped me so much. Like I for a year I had a very severe case of agoraphobia. I didn't go outside for a year. Like if I was outside for more than half an hour, I was starting to have a panic attack. So I was in my home for a year, just trying to heal myself. I was just playing video games, watching manga, watching anime, reading mangas, and watching a lot of K-pop. The variety shows, the dramas. It helped me so much. And after a year, I was like, what inspired me was K-pop. I was like, okay, I have to do something with my life. So that's how I finished school. I had to go to an adult high school. How do you call them? And because I wanted to do something, I started university very late compared to a lot of people. Like I was and again, my the thing that helped me to move on, to go outside again, was K-pop. I was just going outside, just little by little, half an hour, while I was listening music and I wasn't thinking on the stuff. Just, I mean, half an hour. I was starting by just walking around my block for like 10 minutes, and week by week, just increasing a tiny bit, wherever I could, until I could go to sign on the classes too. And that's what helped me. When I have an anxiety attack again, K-pop is not helping me. And right now, it's not helping me because not just Moonbin passing, but having so much negativity in the community, being seeing how uh, fans harass the idols, how idols are starting to they always have so much hate, but because I don't, people are just again pieces of shit. But now with the internet becoming more and more advanced, people starting to be even worse because they feel like, oh my god, I'm on the internet, no one knows who I am. The anonymity is just letting them doing whatever the fuck they want. And that's why, like in 2020, I've stopped keep up with any K-pop news, any K-drama news, because with each day it's like some controversy was just people being asses and making controversy out of nothing just because they have free time and their lives suck. So, and I couldn't take it anymore, and I was like, I just stopped watching news. I was like, I wanted to just focus on music. When something new came out, I was new just by the teaser that they were on YouTube. That's when I knew something new comes out. And with dramas, I also just knew when the first episode just pop out of a drama. And I don't even know much when male idols go to military anymore. So, and it was very great. It's amazing to not having seeing all this bullshit happening. But some stuff still came to my attention just because it happens to come into the like on the homepage of YouTube, like of people talking about some K-pop news. Like you can't avoid it totally. But for a few days, I just want to be away from all of it, be away from the K-pop, just taking a mini break. I hope I don't know if I can start again on Monday, and I think I'm have to cut a lot of me crying. Again, hoping that on Monday my mood is better and finding my happy place in K-pop again, and just again rest in peace, Moonbin. Hope you're in an amazing place now. You were very amazing and such a sunshine of a person and such an amazing artist. And I hope everyone reminds him as an the sunshine of a person, and healing is not going to be very easy for a lot of people. And again, everyone, stay strong. Because I want to say, sadly, I don't know if this was going to be the last, this type of news. I hope it's going to be seeing the last time we see such news. Again, rest in peace, Moonbin. And thank you for showing us and enjoy. Oh my god. And thank you, Moonbin, for showing us such an amazing artist, such an amazing human being. And again, rest in peace.